Yeah, good evening, everyone. Look at the first question of the day. Am I audible? Am I audible? See the first question. Safeguarding the Indian art heritage is the need of the moment. Comment. Safeguarding the Indian art heritage is the need of the moment. Comment. Take a couple of minutes and come up with the framework and what are the important points you feel are for this answer. Yeah. What do you think are the important points? Safeguarding the Indian art heritage is need of the moment. Comment. Yeah. Need for safeguarding, threats to Indian art heritage, steps taken by the government, and then conclusion. Okay. So, in this question, introduction will be, you can write about the significance and the timeline of Indian art heritage. So, if you talk about Indian art, right from the Paleolithic age and up to the modern paintings, there's a lot of art and architecture. So, just try to mention the significance, timeline of the Indian art and heritage, and then in the body, you'll straight away come with the side heading of need to safeguard. So what are the need for safeguard? What is that you need to safeguard? Something which is prone for any kind of theft or any kind of degradation or any kind of forgetfulness. Then only you will have a proper ideology or idea to safeguard. So basically, losing its importance in the present times. Okay, and then to know about our ancient past, to conserve the unity in diversity of India, or you can also write the pluralism and then you can write different styles of arts and different styles of arts, they have to be preserved. Okay, different styles and different forms, different forms of arts can be preserved. Okay, and then to know ancient science and technology or medicine. So these are the reasons for you to preserve the Indian art and heritage. Then what are the threats? Modernization. Okay. And then rapid urbanization. No proper research on history. History is not one of the favorite subjects anymore. Okay. Thefts. No proper storage. No proper museums. And no proper people with adequate knowledge. And then, yes, you can write definitely what are the government initiatives. What are the government initiatives? Tribal museums under TriFed, tribal museums, and then what are the other initiatives? GI tags for certain art forms. Okay, then one district, one product initiative. Okay, this is important. GI tags for various art forms. Okay, and then vocal to local initiatives. Okay, tribal museums and Girijan product exhibitions. So these are the government initiatives. In conclusion, you can write that the Indian art and heritage is a valuable science in itself. It's a valuable science and it can guide India and the present generation in the ethos and values of our ancient past. Clear? This can be the model answer for this particular question. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. Representative diversity, source of income, tourism potential. Yes, good point. Source of inspiration for new generation. Good. Yeah, one district, one program. TriFed. Maybe you can add the dimension of threats within the space, Rajni.
Okay, sir.
The rest of the answer is good. Even otherwise, see, this is only a dimension which we are calling to make the answer more complete. Even otherwise it's a good answer, but you can definitely include this dimension.
Okay, sir.
See the second question. How do you justify the view that a level of excellence of Gupta numismatic art is not at all noticeable in the later times? Yeah, take 5 minutes. Yeah. What is the question about? The question is saying that Gupta coins are superior in art when compared to the question says Gupta coins are, how do you justify the view that the level of excellence of Gupta numismatic art? What is numismatics? Numismatics is study of coins. Yes, you all know that.
Yes, sir.
How do you justify the view that the level of excellence of Gupta coins, simply read Gupta coins, is not noticeable in later times? So basically here the timeline is not before Gupta. They are saying Gupta and post Gupta. Please remember. So what many people try to do here is they start writing from Mauryan age or the Magadha dynasty, etc., and also mention Satavahanas, etc., which is not at all relevant to this question. The question starts from Gupta, and you have to mention post Gupta. What happened during post Gupta is that the interest for this question is only about post Gupta, nothing else. Okay, so in that context, what will be the introduction is you have to say that coins here you can mention in the introduction some background about previous dynasties, coins which were introduced during Magadha period and then during the Indo-Greeks and Kushana period reached the zenith with regard to the art, with regard to the, you can say, numismatic art by the time of Gupta age. This is the introduction. In the body, you can write what are the significant features or special features of Gupta art. Significant features of Gupta art. What happened in Gupta art? What are the significant features? One is issued maximum number of gold coins, and those coins were called dinars. Okay, and then art forms very much prevalent. For example, coins with Aswamedha, Rajasuya, and Vajapeya practices. And then during lot of secular text and religious text written on coins. Here you can write they are one of the purest form of coins issued during Gupta times. And then coins issued by trade guilds. And then coins having divine faces. Example, Samudragupta. He had a coin with Veena on one side, Samudragupta with Veena on one side. The other side of the coin was Goddess Lakshmi. Goddess Lakshmi, which showcases the fact that this particular way of divine kinship was very much prevalent in those days. And also coins were issued for trade, especially trade with Rome. Okay, so these are the prominent features. So why did it decline? That is the crux of the question. Why did it decline? First is the decline of Gupta dynasty, prominent thing, and this was followed by decrease in trade with Rome. Who was the prominent people after Gupta? By the time Gupta left, it was already 600 CE. Okay, at that time, after that, they came the Rajput rulers. Okay, so no pan-India empire was there after that. So maybe there are some coins which we are still don't know. Pan-India empire. And then after Gupta's prominent kingdoms are the Delhi Sultanate. The Delhi Sultanate. So extensive art forms on coins are prohibited by Islam. Okay. Okay. Decrement in trade, no pan-India empire, Delhi Sultanate, extensive forms. Okay. And maybe the purity of coins also reduced. And then in the conclusion, you can write the coins issued by Guptas were one of the highest quality, both in terms of art and also purity. However, because the reasons mentioned above, the latter kingdoms could not maintain the same with regard to the numismatics. Clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now I don't think you are in the class. If you are in the class, you have to include all the various aspects we have discussed. Have to be various aspects as discussed have to be included. Okay. See the third question. The flute playing Krishna theme is very popular in India art. Discuss. The flute playing Krishna theme. The flute playing Krishna theme is very popular in Indian art. Discuss. Take a couple of minutes and give the model answer. Yeah. The flute playing Krishna theme is very popular in Indian art. Discuss. Okay. So, a question which demands a lot of knowledge from you guys. You must have read it, but you need to assemble various facts, various articles you have read about this particular issue, and then you have to present them in this answer. Okay. So, basically, you'll introduce saying that, the flute playing Krishna is one of the very famous art form across India, across various schools of art. Okay, that will be your introduction. So in body, you'll try to support why it is very popular. First of all, why Krishna painting is very popular, and then why flute playing Krishna in particular is a very popular art form. Okay, so basically, why Krishna painting is popular. Krishna, as we all know, is called Jagannath, means the Lord of Universe. And he is considered the avatar of Lord Vishnu. So basically, all Vaishnava sect people worship Krishna. And he is the most recent, one of the most recent and popular avatar of Vishnu. Okay, and then the Vaishnavism, especially during the Bhakti movement. Please remember, this is very, very, very important dimension is in this answer. Bhakti movement, especially like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Surdas, Mirabai, all these Bhakti saints have propagated extensive worship or love towards Krishna. So that is why Krishna painting in general is popular. But why this flute playing Krishna? Flute playing Krishna. Flute in the Krishna's hand is called Vamsi. Okay, and then Krishna is known to be associated with music, and his flute he supposedly has given many ragas to India's music. Okay, and also over a period of time, his legends, all the Krishna's legends means what? The stories related to Krishna are revolving around him playing the flute, and hence this became very popular. Okay, and flute as an instrument is very mellifluous, that means it's very sweet, and again which is associated with the personality of Krishna. Okay, and then by playing flute, he supposedly has engaged masses. He could influence masses while playing the flute, and also a lot of gopikas would get influenced by Krishna. Okay, so in short, his flute playing capacity is divine. Okay, and over a period of time, by the time of medieval India, the painting schools like the Pahari paintings, the Kangra paintings, okay, all these paintings had Krishna playing flute, and this became a popular theme, and then it became a very famous and recurrent theme also. And hence, you can conclude saying that the popularity is based on the schools of painting and also the legends associated with Krishna, who continues to be one of the greatest guiding philosophers in the Indian context, because the sacrosanct and holy religious scripture of Bhagavad Gita was given by Krishna himself. So he continues to be one of the greatest guiding force to the Hindu religion in India. And hence, because of the popularity of Krishna in general and the flute playing Krishna and the reasons associated with it, the theme of the flute playing Krishna is very popular in Indian context. Clear? Slightly tricky answer. I know it is not easy, because pulling up so many points and then assembling and then integrating them and writing at one place is a very big challenge. And obviously this was one of the toughest questions of culture, because the other questions can easily be handled. Even if you know some information, you can always handle them. But this question is one of the toughest question. I am agreeing for the fact. So, but then if you look at the points which what we have discussed, there is nothing that you don't know actually. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
All these points as part of your medieval age or as part of your cultural preparation, you know all this. So you should be always be ready for such kind of surprises by UPSC, and you should not get rattled by the questions which they are asking you. Okay, you should not get rattled by the questions which they are asking you. You should always be cool and composed and try to arrive at the answer from what you have read. So for many people, this looks really tough because the question is tough. When we discuss the answer, it's like you are integrating from 10th century to 18th century and then writing some important aspects of your medieval and cultural history and then concluding the answer. So something you know, but you need to practice and you need to think to actually attempt these answers and attempt these questions in your final examination. And you have to always be ready for such kind of questions only. Don't expect people to ask you straightforward question, what is Sanchi Stupa? If you get say straightforward questions, it's a bonus. For such questions, we already discussed what is the approach. You need to write one of the best answers in the best format and the best framework and come out. But these questions, if you even attempt in a very good way, you will have a lot of marks. You'll get a lot of marks even if you attempt such questions. So anyone has written this question? Anil?
No, sir.
Rajni? Rajni, you have written? No. So only two answers.
No, sir.
One Navya has sent. Don't know the reason behind very poor submission today. Anyhow, so the answer is clear to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See the last question of the day. Discuss the Thandava dance as recorded in early Indian inscriptions. Thandava dance as recorded in earlier Indian inscriptions. Yeah. Take a couple of minutes. Okay, good points, Rajni. Anyone else? Okay. So discuss the Thandava dance as recorded in earlier Indian scriptures. Okay, so they are asking you about the context in which this Thandava dance is mentioned in earlier Indian scriptures. So basically in introduction, you can say that Indian dance forms are quite widespread and popular. The Thandava Tandava dance form which depicts the dance of Lord Shiva has been one of the most notable art form or dance form. In the body you'll write from where you will get the references. So you can say references of Tandava dance. Where are the references? First is the Bharat Muni's Natya Sastra. Natya Sastra. And many Puranas like Bhagavad Purana. Many architectural forms or temples. Temples like the Dravidian temples, where the Tandava dance of Shiva is depicted on the Gopurams. It is depicted on Gopurams. Okay, and then the statues like the Nataraja statue. So these are the references where the Tandava dance form can be found. So what is the significance of this Tandava dance form? What is the significance? It depicts the nature, that is birth and death. It depicts Lord Shiva as a cosmic dancer. What do you mean by cosmic dancer? Someone who has a purpose which is universal in nature. And also the Tandava dance form is having both the happiness angle as well as the sadness, or sorry, not sadness exactly, it is the anger. So it is both helping in universal creation and also it is a symptom of universal destruction. Okay, and also the Tandava dance depicts the grace or the lasya and also the Ardhanarishwar form of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva. He has the Nataraja statue. Okay, in the Nataraja statue, you can give an example of Nataraja statue and explain few characteristics of Nataraja statue. Okay, how it is defeating the evil and all, how it is defeating the ignorance. So basically, and then in the conclusion, you'll mention that Tandava dance form is a holistic way of depicting human life. And based on the Tandava dance form of the Lord Shiva, there are many folk forms of this particular Tandava dance. An example can be Perini Siva Tandavam in Telangana. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Again, one of that question where you need to use a lot of your knowledge in Indian culture and then write the answer. Yeah, this is also good introduction. Directly talking about Bharat Muni. Yeah. Different moods of Tandava dance. Cosmic dancer. Yes, birth and death. Yeah. It denotes Shiva as destroyer. Okay. This is the legend. Okay. I know it's a tough question, Sriram. So try
Yes,
to
sir.
address other dimensions. Okay, you have done
Yes, sir.
fair justice to this question. Okay. I'm being very honest, even if you write this much for this question in your mains, you will get decent mark because many people will not know at all what to write. Okay, if you could gather this much information, 2 pages of information, it is good. Okay, you'll definitely get very good marks if you write these kind of answers for that Krishna question, for this Tandava dance, because there is only limited literature which you study in UPSC. This calls for a lot of practical knowledge and other knowledge also. So if possible, because I'm not going to complain for this answer that you did not write this or that, whoever it is. Okay, only Anil is left. I'll see Anil's answer also. Only 5 people are there. No? Anil has written. Yeah, Anil has written. How come both answers are almost same?
Same website.
Huh? Same
Took it from the
answer,
same source.
same source. Okay, fine. See, this question is genuinely tough. Okay, I am categorizing this as a tough question. And for tough question, okay, you must have referred to source or whatever it is. But then even the source which you have read is not so complete. So if possible, try to address the dimensions as to what we have read. So that will be helping you in much better way. Okay. At this Google sources and all, they are written by people who are much lesser in caliber than you. I am being very honest. Okay, not even your caliber people must have written those mock answers or model answers which you find in Google or those websites of other institutes. As on date, you people can write much better answers than those Google answers. Okay, so instead of trying to see the sources, now that we are doing this module for last 3-4 months, yeah, occasionally like these tough questions will come to you. In such context, instead of directly going to Google and trying to search and then trying to reproduce that, try to analyze as to what points I know. Like when you sit down for this question, so even when I was trying to generate a model answer 1 hour before our class, I was just trying to think, array, this is because I am teaching art, history, everything day in and day out. Even for me, it took some 3 or 4 minutes to recollect at least 6 to 7 points about this particular art form. Because not so easy. We are reading many books, many literature, but suddenly one pinpointed question regarding Tandava dance or one pinpointed question regarding the flute playing Krishna. Okay, these kind of questions actually call for a lot of understanding of the basics of the subject and also your skill to reproduce this in 30 to 40 seconds or maximum 1 minute. For these questions, for such questions, no one will be able to write in 30 seconds. No one will be able to recollect in 30 seconds. It will obviously take you more than 1 minute to get decent flow in the answer or decent points in the answer. So in that context, try to sit down and think. Why? Because such questions will actually provoke you to revise your art and culture basics. Okay, so use these questions as opportunity to understand what you are lagging and what you want to revise in that particular question. Clear, Sriram and Anil?
Yes, sir.
So Rajini, you have not written it. Prasad, I don't know, you have not given your answer scripts today. Okay, so it's okay, no problem. But for tomorrow, day after tomorrow, so this next 6 days, next 5 days up to Saturday, we are continuously having classes, because I was told that you people are being given a Dasara break. So Ramana sir was of the opinion that before Dasara break, we'll finish up this module. So we are going to have classes throughout this week. Okay, fine. Let's again meet tomorrow. Good night.